in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Please join me. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Good morning. Welcome to Sunday service at Everett Unity. Let's start with a reading from the Daily Word. Sunday, April 19th. The Bible contains many stories that encourage hospitality towards strangers. For instance, Jesus welcomed everyone to his ministry, from the hungry and sick to strangers and social outcasts. He loved unconditionally. That same loving energy is within all of us. When we greet others with a friendly smile, we're not only sharing one of the great lessons of Jesus, we're expanding our world and giving ourselves the chance to learn and grow. If we feel hesitant meeting new people, we remember how it felt to be welcomed by friendly people when we were new to school, job, church, or town. We are grateful for those people who extended themselves in friendship to us. These memories inspire us to be friendly now. The scripture today from Matthew, chapter 25, verse 35. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me in. That's the lesson right there, isn't it? Our opening statement today you'll find inside your bulletin. I greet others with a friendly and open heart. Let's say it like we mean it. I greet others with a friendly and open heart. Wonderful. All right. Our opening song today from our Melodies from the Heart songbook, song number 43. Find that in your songbook, and Rick will lead us. Stand as you are able, and we'll sing together.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right more time. I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now, right now.
Well, good morning and welcome again. Spring is in the air, isn't it? Hallelujah. It's going to be 72 degrees today. Hey, today's a good day to get your car washed. Does anybody need a car wash ticket? That just came to me. Well, I'd like to welcome you all this morning, and I'd like to introduce you to the people who are serving you today. You were greeted by our ushers, Skeet and Dora Faye. Our social hour is being hosted by Jackie and Judy. Terry and Matthew are providing audio-video support. Of course, you've had a chance to hear Terry at piano, and Rick is our song leader this morning, and we welcome Heart Dream back. You notice we shook it up a little bit in here, brought the musicians up front. We're all straddling the cable here on the stage very carefully. Glad to have you with us again. My name is Cindy, and Reverend Jeri Hudson is back with us again. Welcome, Jeri. Glad to have you back. I'd like to remind you, if you brought your cell phone in this morning, which I know most of you did, most of you brought your cell phones in, didn't you? Yeah. Good girl. Good. For those of you who did, please turn it off. Put it on vibrate. Put it out in your car, something, so we can have a nice, quiet meditation here in a moment. All right, I just want to remind you this afternoon we have a couple of really great things happening. During our social hour today, Paula has a craft fair continuing down in the social hall. Many of you had a chance to see her handiwork while I was gone last week. Was it last week? Yeah, last week. My life has, maybe the week before, I don't know. Sometime when I was not here. And so when I came in and saw all the great stuff, I thought, oh, I was so glad we're going to do that again. So come downstairs, have coffee and refreshments, check out the craft table, and if you want to use a credit card, I'll be happy to take that. Some really nice things there you might like for gifts. And then at 1 o'clock up here in the sanctuary, our friend David is going to make a presentation, and Rick has a few things he'd like to share with you about that. No, it's going to be up here. It's going to be up here.
Downstairs.
You got to let this person know. Last time we talked, we were up here. We can make it work. No problem.
Okay, we're downstairs.
We're downstairs.
Great way to start an announcement, huh? I just wanted to put a quick plug in for this because, you know, when you hear the title and you see words like Paleolithic and you think, oh, this is going to be a techie thing, I don't know. But you got to understand that, you know, when I was young and in school, the prevailing wisdom was that the humans didn't come to the Americas until like 11,000 years ago. That's really recent, you know, and that's because that's when the Ice Age ended, right? You know, so, okay, cool. They became the Indians. End of story, right? Well, guess what? They started researching. They started finding older civilizations. They found a Clovis people that clearly came back to 13,000. That messed things up. And now there's a number of researchers who are investigating finds that indicate that we may have had humans here as far as 25,000 years ago or more. And that really is a mystery right now. There's a lot of people trying to figure all those questions out. Where did they come from? How did they possibly get to the Americas? There was no land way to walk from Asia and Europe, and they were mostly just hunter-gatherers back then, you know? So how'd they get here? What was the civilization like? What are we finding out about them? And finally, where did they go? What happened to them? Okay, well, these have been total mysteries until recently, and we're lucky enough that we've got David Vasquez here in our congregation, who is one of the researchers who's investigating this and has some of the newer finds. You want to find out what we found out, and does it answer any of these questions? Be here downstairs at 1 o'clock. See 'em.
That really is so exciting. I'm so fascinated to learn more about it. I hope you can stay and join us downstairs at 1 o'clock. So you'll have time, come down, have refreshments, check out the craft sale, go get some lunch, and come on back at 1 o'clock. So, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to have you come right back up, Rick. We're going to sing another song, song number 64 from your Melodies from the Heart songbook. Find that song and stand as you are able, and we'll sing together again. 3 times through. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. One more time. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer.
am spirit. I am love. I am spirit. I am God's love. In the heart of God, beyond tranquil bliss, from the core of song, only love exists. I am spirit. I am love. I am spirit. I am God's love. I am spirit. I am love. I am spirit. I am God's love. I am spirit.
Good morning. Cindy and I were talking about how perfectly God orchestrates itself for our highest good. I couldn't think of a more perfect song to go with God has laid on my heart than that. Thank you so much. Wow. The readings, all of it. It's always perfectly meshed. I don't even know what to say there. So, I'm Reverend Jeri. My pronouns are she and her, and I am so happy to be here. Oh, so happy to be here again. I love your community, and I really love this building. So, the 12 powers. I really love that y'all have that. It's a great way to orient your entire year, and I get to be here in the year of love. I'm very excited by that. So I've been thinking about love for a few weeks now. And what is it really? We don't know what it is. We write songs about it. In fact, I asked the Google, how many songs have been written about love? You know, I mean, you can ask it anything these days, and AI will go search it in like half a second, tell you something. 100 million songs. That's just, what we know about. 67% of our songs are about love. That's crazy. We paint masterpieces, we write poetry, we commiserate about the lack of it. Right? But what is it? I don't know what it is. Science doesn't know what it is. They can measure the effects of it. They know what it does, but not what it is. It is ineffable. I love that word. We can't know it, but we can know God. They know that we need it as human beings, and animals need love. Like, we need it to thrive. The child that grows up without love does not thrive. Maybe some of you know that personally. But love is what God is. It's what I think. I think it's what y'all think. Seems to be what y'all teach. God is love. And you know, if you asked 100 people, you'd probably get, 75%. If you ask them, what is God? They're going to go, God's love, right? So we're made in the image and likeness of God. That's what it says in the Bible. Image and likeness are two different things. I've extrapolated that for myself to something that feels more meaningful. I say I am the power and the potential. I'm the ability and the possibility. All of that, all at once, all the time. Because if God was the only thing there was in the beginning, what did it make everything out of? Didn't you wonder that when you were a kid? Well, who made God? That question, right? Well, we just have to accept that God is and was and ever shall be. So if it made everything in this room and it made you and I, then it could only make everything out of itself. Am I right? What else would it have? So then you and I must be love itself. We must be. When I was diving a little deeper into the way you guys have these powers in unity, I came across this website, and this woman, Gigi, and now I've forgotten her last name, had written, I am grateful for the faculty of love. I was like, ooh, a faculty. Do y'all say that? Is that part of what you say? Okay. So I'm not telling you anything new. I knew that. But a faculty, what is that? I mean, you've heard, oh, they lost their faculties, but hello. I'm not saying people said that about me, but they might have. So what is this faculty? It's an inherent power. Inherent from the Latin inherentum. And that means to adhere, to cling to. So we have a power that we can cling to that is absolutely who and what we are at all times, regardless of what we're doing. Now, the other way I like to think about love is that it's a verb, because it does stuff. It doesn't touch anything and leave it unchanged. I can tell you for certain, love healed me. Anyone? Love healed me, because nothing else was going to do it. Not my mind, not my wishing. Love did that. I bet you have something in your life that you can go, love did that, because I couldn't have done that by myself. So it moves through us. It actually changes what we're doing. Like, think of, right now, think of somebody that you love without equivocation, that you love most in the world. Think of them right now. Bring them to mind, all of that loveliness. Do you feel different than before I asked you to do that? You do, don't you? That's love. Like, it's that simple and that quick that love changes us. It changed your brain. It gave you a little hit of dopamine, which the brain loves. Lowered your cortisol. Changed your little amygdala that likes to go, what's happening? It went, oh, what's happening? Right? And you didn't do anything but think of something. That's how powerful it is. You know, the Pharisees, in Matthew 22, the Pharisees are really trying to trip Jesus up. They're trying to get him to choose sides, because he's already been with the Sadducees, and the Sadducees and the Pharisees were opposing groups. Democrats, Republicans, I don't know. They were opposing groups, and they were trying to get Jesus to be on their side. And they asked him that question: what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus, without apparently skipping a beat, said, to love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul. And the second is likened unto it, to love thy neighbor as thyself. Right? They didn't really like that answer. The greatest two commandments are about love. But that second one, I think it gets a little less importance. Love thy neighbor. You hear that all the time. Love thy neighbor. You just talked about it. You just sang about it. But it's love thy neighbor as thyself. Because I don't think you can love someone else if you don't love yourself. Amen. Ernest Holmes, I'm a religious scientist, and I love me some Ernest Holmes, and the Fillmores, and Emma Curtis Hopkins, and all those great people. He wrote in Science of Mind, peace is the power at the heart of God. But I believe that without love, there is no peace. I think we're kind of seeing that pretty blatantly these days. In our own lives, in the lives of this country, in the lives of the world, all over the place. No love, no peace. You know, you hear that at protests, no justice, no peace, but it's no love, no peace, I think. So, how do we get this thing that we are to move out into the world? How do we get to let the power of love in us, as us, through us, and I also say for us, by us, and with us, change the world in which we walk? Well, it's got to start with me. So, in my life, I have a mother, she is one amazing human being. 94, still a pistol. Oh, trust me, she's got on a hat today at church. She was unconditional love and is unconditional love. And you might imagine I've tested that. Just saying. You know, one time when I had to tell her something that I thought, well, this will be it. This will be where I'm put out. And she said, I never promised to understand you. I only promised to love you. And it was pretty far from her understanding. If you read my bio, I have 2 wives, so I'm not just gay, I'm a gay polygamist. And for a good Baptist, that I thought would be a bridge too far. My father, on the other hand, was a scary, violent man. So I had this and this. And you would think this would overcome that, but it did not. And so as I grew up in that fear and constantly, being on guard, you start to believe things about yourself that aren't true. And I came to a place in my life where I was filled with self-loathing. It's a terrible experience, self-loathing. Terrible. It's just destructive to the soul to be in that place. And after my brother died, I was really in self-loathing. Spent a long time there. Now, on the outside, you wouldn't have known, because I'm really good at showing you what you want to see. Why, hello. But inside, it was terrible. But I came to this teaching that these brilliant people, at the turn of the last century, started going, I think God's different than what they're telling us. And aren't you grateful that you're in a place that teaches you that God is within you and loves you and does not condemn you? I say hallelujah to that. Because the God I grew up with was not so great. works for some people did not work for me, especially with this already, right? So as you grow to understand the God within you, you get to start feeling a little love. And there were a lot of tears when I realized that God loved me just as I was. You know, we kind of laugh at CSL Seattle like, oh, if you start coming here, you're going to, cry for like the first 3 months. You see people, it's like, yeah, I was there. Because it's so liberating to just be in love, not have to earn it, not have to do anything, but be alive. You're alive because love said, I need to be you. I'm alive because love said, I want to be that. We gotta move it out in the world. We were made not just to be love, but to be loved and to be loving. So our book's a pretty big book. Now I got the Southern Baptist edition with the gold letters and the cute ribbon. And there's so much in here, and he has a whole chapter on the teachings of Jesus and further teachings from the New Testament, which I love, because I love me some Jesus. And in this whole book, so it's all full of these little headings, right? All these different headings. And only one place in this whole book did he put a bullet point. Love. I find that astonishing. This is over 500 pages, this book, and this type is little. And he's like, love. Listen. Love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. It is written that God is love and that we are his express likeness, the image of the eternal being. Love is self-givingness through creation, the impartation of the divine through the human. At the end of this, he says, this is the part that has always stayed with me, only love knows love. Only love knows love, and love knows only love. A little bit of a riddle. Only love knows love. It only knows itself. It doesn't know any of this other malarkey we talk about, right? It only knows itself. So what will we do? Will you believe that you are loved? Do you believe it? Mostly? Okay, good. What are you going to do about it? Right, because this is not the time to be wringing your hands. This is not the time to be going, I don't really want to get involved in that. This is the time to act, to pray, and to love. This is what's called forth right now. If you're alive in this time, God needed you to be here. God planned on you being here. And God will do its work through you as love. Sounds good, doesn't it? Do its work through me. I'm like, yeah. But how do I do that? It has to start by loving you. If there's some thought you have about yourself of being less than the divine, invite it to go. See, that's not the truth of me. The truth of me is I am the expression of God, made in the image and likeness of love, and I will be loving. 1 Corinthians 13. You know that one? Most of us know that one. Though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and have not love, I am but a sounding brass and a clanging cymbal. I'm nothing without love is what that whole chapter is about. You can give away all your money, and without love, you're nothing. No, it says a little nicer. You could have the gift of prophecy. You could command that mountain to move, but without love, why? I'm not always the most loving. Especially the last couple years. Sometimes things come out of my mouth and I'm like, Jeri Hudson. It feels like this inside you, Jeri Hudson. Or I'll go, well, that's ministerial. Oops. Because we are both human and divine. And in our humanness, it doesn't diminish our divinity. It just shuts off our experience of it. Because you are wholly whole. You cannot be less than all that God is. And God is the all in all, God as all. That's what we are every moment. No matter what you've done, no matter who you did it with, no matter how you felt about it, you were God in form expressing itself. That's a little hard to believe sometimes. I share another passage. Oh, this one's good. If we look at love long enough, we shall become lovely, for this is the way of love. Think about that. If we look at love long enough, we'll become lovely. A lot of times, I'm not looking at love. I'm looking at some story that I hate or some person that I think I hate. Feels like it sometimes. But if I could just ever so change my gaze to love, I would become lovely. For this is the way of love. God is love. And then I love this next part. If we gaze longingly at joy, it'll make its home with us. And we shall enter its portals and be happy. If we seek the divine in men, not the shenanigans, not the malarkey, or whatever you want to call it. If we seek the divine in men, we shall find it and be entertaining angels unawares. God's ideas and attributes are eternal and cannot change. In change is the capital C, changeless. In time is the eternal and timeless. In things, the Creator manifests His power and glory forevermore. I got to gaze longingly at love. And you know, every time I'm doing, what? That moment of the eyebrows, the tilt, that moment's really important. Don't be ashamed of it. Because every time you come to that moment where you're going, what? That's your awareness of who you are. Going, hang on, sis. Hang on, brother. We know who and what we are. We know whose we are. And every time we get a little closer and a little closer, a little closer to experiencing who we are. Because didn't it feel good to be in love a few minutes ago? Didn't that feel good? Yeah, it does. God is so smart. I sometimes revel at how smart it is. Like, it really knows what it's doing. Like, it knew what love would do. It knew the power of it. So, love yourself. Be in love with yourself. There's another passage that I just giggle at, where Ernest says we should hold ourselves and say, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. In the mirror. 1938, he's going, you ought to be looking in the mirror and loving yourself. Right? Because the more you love and are in love with who you are, the more you can spread that love around. As I came to know myself as love, I got to a place where I could go, come on, you're love. Come over here. Quit looking at that. Quit thinking about that. Look over here. And then they get to have an experience of a journey to love itself, right? You've probably done that for a friend, for a family member. Say, come here, let me talk to you, right? That's what we have to do. We have to let it be a verb. And I'm just thinking about this now. I have this theory. Well, it's not a theory, it's true. So if you think about a pipe, a new pipe in the house, right? And they turn the water on, the inside of the pipe gets wet first. Right? Simple math. So that's what happens for us. We open the spigot of love. And then we're in love. And then we're loving. And then we attract love. Because that's what it also does. What you resist persists, and what you give your attention to increases. So wouldn't we be like running to the head of the line to be loved then? Wouldn't you want that? I do. And no matter how many times I pull myself back to center, doesn't matter. Just be love. I hope you leave here today and realize a little more who you are. Just because you're alive. Just because you said yes to incarnation. I don't believe you had to. I believe that, we're souls, and wherever that is, and whatever experience or plane of existence, I picture it like this, because I picture God talking like this, because I have an auditory experience with God, so I just have conversation. And I picture God going, hey, you want to go? You want to go be loved? And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. That's what you said. I'll go be love. I'll go be power. I'll go be peace. I'll go be harmony. I'll go be unity. Individualized, not individual. Some part of God. So I want to end with this, and then we'll do a meditation together. I'm watching this documentary a couple days ago, and this scientist is speaking to the main person in the documentary. It's called Pole to Pole. It's great. It's on Disney. It's Will Smith on a journey. Pole to pole. And it's deep. And the 4th episode is deep. I mean, really, really spiritually deep. And he says to him, this scientist says, and this scientist studies happiness. And he said, Darwin never said survival of the fittest. Now, don't we all know that? Charles Darwin, survival of the fittest. That wasn't his idea. His idea was survival of the kindest and survival of the friendliest and the cooperative, because that's what it would take for humanity to survive. Friendliness, kindness, and cooperation. That sounds like love to me. It wasn't until years later that Herbert Spencer decided that what he was talking about was survival of the fittest. Survival of the most loving. I like that much better. Tiny kindness magnifies God. Whether it's in your own heart and mind or it's out in the world. I'm just thinking of this. This is how God works for me, sorry. So I'm walking down the street in West Seattle a couple of summers ago. It's a beautiful summer day. You know how it is here. It's like today. It's like, 72. Sunny. And I'm walking down in the junction, and this little tiny girl and her mother are down the sidewalk. And she comes right up to me. She's about this tall, and she gives me a flower. Right? I mean, it still makes me emotional. She was like, here, total stranger. That's love acting. That's love doing stuff. So go be kind. Go be kind to yourself first. so that you can be kind to other people, because we are in need of kindness. There's a song by Denise Rosé called I Know God, and the chorus says, I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me that in a world where so many feel lost, I know God. Look it up. I Know God, Denise Rozier. Beautiful song. I will give love. I will speak peace. Isn't that what your soul wants to do? Isn't it? So turn away from the things that pull you away. And when they do pull you away, come on back and be loving. I want to read a passage from Howard Thurman. Do y'all know Howard Thurman? Oh, dang, this book, Meditations of the Heart, cannot recommend it highly enough. He was a minister, religious science minister. He wrote this in 1953, and it's full of the most genuine, heartfelt, soul-searching, uplifting pieces. Some are long, some are short. And he wrote this. He writes a lot about how he wants to be and how he experiences God. Now, 1953 America is not a great place to be a black man or any person of color, I might say. Not a lot different today. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to say. So I'm going to read this to you, and then I'd like to do a meditation with love. Sound good? This is number 10. More loving in my heart. I want to be more loving in my heart. I want to be more loving. Often there are good and sufficient reasons for exercising what seems a clean, direct resentment. Again and again, I find it hard to hold in check the sharp retort, Jeri Hudson, the biting comeback. When it seems that someone has done violence to my self-respect and decent regard. How natural it seems to give as good as I get, to take nothing lying down, to announce to all and sundry in 1,000 ways that no one can run over me and get away with it. All this is a part of the thicket in which my heart gets trapped again and again. Deep within me, I want to be more loving, to glow with a warmth that will take the chill off the room which I share with those whose lives touch mine in the traffic of my going and coming. I want to be more loving. I want to be more loving in my heart. It is often easy to have the idea in mind, the plan to be more loving, to see it with my mind and give assent to the thought of being loving. This is crystal clear. But I want to be more loving in my heart. I must feel like loving. I must ease the tension in my heart that ejects the sharp barb, the stinging word. I want to be more loving in my heart that with unconscious awareness and deliberate intent, I shall be a kind, a gracious human being. Thus, those who walk the way with me may find it easier to love, to be gracious because of the love of God, which is increasingly expressed in my living. I want to be more loving in my heart. So let's do a meditation. If you will, close your eyes. It's up to you. And bring that person to mind once again that filled you with an experience of love. Let it fill your heart, your mind, your whole body, every cell, trillions of cells alive with love, to be love. Feel its holy power and its grace. And now let it go past the confines of your perceived physical body, this edge of you, and let it fill this room, this beautiful, glorious church. Let that love fill this room. And now let these walls dissolve through the power of love within you and go outside into this neighborhood. Encompass this whole area in love. And let it continue to magnify into this gorgeous city we know as Everett. The houses, the businesses, the parks. All the families. Be their love. And as it continues to grow, spread it across the Northwest. The beautiful mountain, glistening with snow this day. The desert, the rainforest. How remarkable. And allow it to go north and south and east and west until this planet is shrouded in an atmosphere of love. Maybe it has a color. Maybe it's a shimmer. Maybe there's a sound. Be that. And further still out into this little thing we call a solar system. Our neighbors. This great ball of fire, the sun. A holy fire. Life-giving. Pull in all the stars and the planets. And from this little tiny speck of a solar system, out into the Milky Way. The Milky Way. And it too, a speck in the vastness of God. And so fill the entire universe with love. Whoever it meets, whatever it meets, it's a power and a presence because you allow it to be. Take a breath. Now bring it all back from the vastness of the universe to the galaxy, the solar system, this beautiful, life-affirming earth. Right back to where you sit right now. You have sent your love, and it has returned to you. God is a reciprocal God. It is constantly giving and receiving of itself. You are giving and receiving of God. A great reciprocity of love. Say, this is who I am. Say it out loud. This is who I am. I am made of love. I am made to be love and loving. Hands on your heart. And to be loved. And so it is. Thank you.
When we end with a meditation, it feels wrong to start talking again. Thank you, Jeri. It was a wonderful message. There are so many things. You notice on the back of your program, you have a spot to take notes. I'm sure many of you were filling it in today. All right, we are going to sing together again. We're going to pick the pace up a little bit. This song number 64, Stand As You... Excuse me, you're right. Song number 70 from the Melodies from the Heart songbook. Stand and let's stretch our legs a little and sing together.
Yeah, I want you to know that we've got a lot of quiet and peaceful songs in this book, but this ain't one of them. So belt it out, folks. I got no complaints whatsoever. I got no complaints whatsoever. I got no complaints whatsoever. And a new day is dawning in my soul. I got no complaints whatsoever. I got no complaints whatsoever. I got no complaints whatsoever. And a new day is dawning in my soul. And a new day is dawning in my soul again. I got no complaints whatsoever. I got no complaints whatsoever. No, I don't. I got no complaints whatsoever. And a new day is dawning in my soul. Yeah, a new day is dawning in my soul. One last time. I got no complaints whatsoever. Sing it out. I got no complaints whatsoever. I got no complaints whatsoever. And a new day is dawning in my soul. A new day is dawning in my soul. I got no regrets. Yeah. I'm seriously blessed. Woohoo! And The new day is dawning in my soul. Yeah, it is. There we go.
That was a perfect transition, Rick. Little slower to begin with, and then now got our energy back up. Well, now it's time to bless our offering and thank our Creator for the many blessings that we have been given and affirm our gratitude. So let's start by affirming the truth about ourselves. And this is how it goes. My name is, and you use your name, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. So let's say that together. My name is, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. Remember, always meaning forever and ever, and always as in all forms. So let's take our offering. We can hold it literally or figuratively next to your heart. Just think about that message today. Love, love, love. You are love, you share love, and love comes right back at you. So let's bless this offering together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Amen.
In the peace of God's grace, merge into the flow, walking the path of love, where our soul can grow, one in love, one in bliss. Birth and peace from the very start, one in God's compassionate heart, resting still in the silence, dwelling deep within, spirit awakening, where all peace begins, one in love, one in bliss, birth and peace from the very start, one in God's compassionate heart, from the depth of our being, releasing everything, heart wide open and knowing, trust, surrender and sing, one in love, one in bliss, birth and peace from the very start, one in God's compassionate heart, one in love, one in bliss, birth and peace from the very start, one in God's compassionate heart, one in love.
Charles Barker said, money is God in action. My mother says, put sneakers on Jesus. I bless every gift here, knowing that that is happening. However it's spent, for the glory of God, for the expression of love, and for the betterment of every single person whose life it touches, here and out in the world. And so it is.
Hi, friends. Thank you for sharing this wonderful Sunday morning with us. We're glad to have you here. Remember, come on downstairs, have some refreshments with us. Check out the craft sale. Go have lunch if you must, but be sure to come back at 1 o'clock downstairs. I'm very excited to share and learn more from David. I think it's going to be a wonderful afternoon here at Everett Unity. So let's welcome our kids in. We'll circle around the room. Skeet, do you remember the count? How many people? 50. Oh, yeah, all the way around the room now. All the way around the room. Perfect. We can do it. And then I'll meet you back here so we can greet people as they leave. Our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.